Well, it's been about 5 days since my installation of the package of honeybees, so I wanted to get in there and check out to make sure they're doing well, and they accepted the queen. Beginner at this, so I was in checking on the queen before, and I realized real quick that if you over smoke them, they get really angry. So this time I'm learning my lesson and tried not to over smoke them and just give a real light smoke just to get them off the top of the frames there, and it worked out really well this time. So I'm gonna start pulling some frames, checking out, make sure if they're drawing comb, if the queen is doing well, if there's bringing in any pollen or nectar. And it looks like these outside frames are fairly empty. It looks like all of them gathered on the far side of the box. So as you pull them, you can see there's not very many honeybees on this side, but as I get toward the end of the box there, they start growing in numbers. And it looks like they're doing well. They're fairly healthy bees. I haven't had very much loss. I thought I'd have a lot more dead bees due to the cold snap we had, but everything seems to be going well. So these last 3 frames seem to be where they're all congregated. They are starting to draw out some of the honeycomb there. You can see starting to get real white, and the cells are getting a little more pronounced. I try to be real slow and smooth. Try not to disturb them. And I'm looking for the queen here. I know she's going to be on one of these 2 frames, at least I'm hoping she is. And then I notice on this frame on the very bottom, what I think is a supersedure cell, which is a queen cell, pointed out here right there. I'm not sure. Sometimes they make emergency cells in case something happens to the queen, that they can make one real quick. And sometimes if they're not happy with the queen and their production of the queen, that they'll make a new one. So I'll have to keep an eye on that. Still looking for the queen. Haven't found her yet on any of the frames. She has a red dot on her. She's marked, and there she is in the middle of the frame there. You can see she's walking around. Looks like they're drawing out this frame very well. As the queen walks around, you can watch her. There she is. And then you can see the yellow pollen being stored, and some bee bread, they call it. There's a little close-up of it. Some protein for the brood. And if you look real close, there's little white dots in the center of the cells. Those are actual eggs that the queen is laying, so that's a good sign as well. I just think it's really neat how they do this. There's the queen walking around again. Seems they've accepted her very well. So I'm going to move some cells, these frames around, and try to get them to the center of the box so they can draw out more frames. So it's been 5 days and they have like 3 full frames drawn out already. So I think they're doing pretty well, and the good weather here has been getting them out to forage and get some pollen. So now I'm just going to rearrange the frames and try to get the 3 frames that are drawn out with bees on them in the center of the box, and the empty frames on the outside so they can fill those out as well. I get a little light smoke so I don't squish any bees when I put the feeder back on. I'm going to leave the feeder on for another week or so until more flowers start to pop out. And again, this is just 1-to-1 sugar water with Honeybee Healthy mixed into it. I have 4 mason jars that they can feed from, and it looks like they've been doing very well with that. I'll put the super box back on and close up the lid. Everything's great. I'll see you next time.